Hey, what's going on, fellow gamers? This is the old school gamer, HUD Zero, the Ironheart of Xbox, and I have been thinking about a few things, especially for the new year. Of course, you already know that I'm actually doing a new format. There's a lot of things I've been thinking about. There's a lot of things I wanted to do. There's a lot of things that are going on all at once. And yes, it's a lot to handle, and I'm trying to get a grip of everything that I possibly can. So please bear with me. This has been a very weird year for gaming as a whole. I mean, this year seemed almost confusing and also exciting at the same time. We all know that the Nintendo Switch has been selling extremely well since its debut. The PlayStation 4 Pro has been, decidedly underwhelming. And the PSVR has been doing surprisingly well also. But then, of course, we also have the launch of the Xbox One X, and it's been selling, despite its price tag, has been selling extremely well, especially through Black Friday, and it's still going strong. Then, of course, we actually had the release of PUBG, which was yesterday. We had the PSX actually just happened, which people found it to be underwhelming. Some people felt it's exactly what the Sony fellas out there were touting it to be. Was supposed to be more of a sit down. Of course, they had Greg Miller from Kind of Funny Games hosting. And then, of course, the Game Awards, which happened, and it showed some amazing reveals. Bayonetta 3, I'm extremely excited about Bayonetta 3. And, of course, Bayonetta 1 and 2 is going to be remastered and ported to the Nintendo Switch. Also, we had the reveal of the new characters for Street Fighter V Arcade Edition, the return of Sagat. I'm kind of excited. And Blanca. Oh, they finally got Blanca. Then, of course, there's some old favorites as well. Sakura, and then some newcomers such as G, and I forgot that character's name. Bear with me, but I'll look at it's Cody, and without the cuffs, who would have thought? And Falk, who is actually a new character. I believe it's like partnered up with Bison, and I forgot his name. It's exciting time. It's exciting time for gamers. It's exciting time for all of us, which actually comes to my point. I've noticed that what I've been doing with my site, with my channel, has been kind of all over the place. I've been trying to find my niche. I had no idea which direction I wanted to go. And now I came to the realization that going way back, I mean way back, to the days where I started with Atari and the arcade, I realized that gaming as a whole was something that I loved the most. And I can't really stick to one console. Even though I do love Xbox, I love its innovation, I love what they've done for the industry, and I still do. Xbox, of course, is still instilled into my heart. But I can't ignore that there are some amazing games for other consoles, such as Nintendo Switch, such as the PlayStation 4, that I just can't ignore. And I can't sit back and hope that Xbox is going to get all these great, amazing games ported over, because really, I'm kind of missing the boat. So now, from now on, my channel is going to be fully gaming centric as a whole. I can't really, just sit back and be biased. I can't. I can't. There's so many amazing games that I've actually been playing lately. My friends actually had these consoles, and of course in the stores, and I've been seeing it. And I said, you know what? I think it's about time that I actually stopped. I mean, I'm 40 years old. I'm just putting it out there. And, I only have, I don't know how many more years of gaming I have left in me. So I can't just sit back and say, you know what, this is it. So now I came to the point where my gaming channel is going to be kind of like XPlay. If you're familiarized with that, if you're a millennial, you probably don't know much about XPlay. XPlay was a gaming-centric review and preview game show with the likes of Adam Sessler, Morgan Webb, and then later on Blair Herter, and they have quirkiness. They talk about gaming news, what comes out, what games are coming out. They also do reviews. Adam Sessler did some amazing reviews, how they go about the games and the graphics, and they're not biased by any means necessary of any console. They talk about games as a whole. Yes, of course there are comparisons as well, but they do do it intellectually, and they pinpoint what the differences are, and it was an amazing show. I mean, of course, G4 Network kind of screwed them over, and of course Esquire took over the whole entire channel and made it into a complete mess. So there's that. So yeah, I mean, from next year on, I mean, starting in January, my channel is formerly known as Gamers Play on the Box. It's now going to be called Gamers Play. ... The reason why is because us as gamers, we play. We play everything. We play games, arcade, old school, retro games, everything. And have fun with it. I mean, that's what it's all about, really. It's about having fun. And that's what I want to project into my channel. The fun, the quirkiness, the, I don't know, the je ne sais quoi of everything, right? But I also want to be honest. If there's something I like or there's something that I don't like, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to be doing gaming reviews, and, my opinions about how I feel about a certain game. And I'm trying to figure out what kind of scale I really want to do. I don't know if I really want to do the 1 through 10 scale, because a lot of people do that. I may do something more like a 1 out of 5. Better that way, maybe 5 stars. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. But like I said, I'm working out the details. Yes, I'm going to be flying solo. I also do have a Patreon page up. It actually has been adjusted and fixed. And I'm going to keep updating it. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on and how things are progressing. Yes, it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of money, but you know what? My passion is my passion, and I want to show my passion, project it onto this, and share it with all of you. It's not about the money; it's all about the games. And you know what? If I gain success out of something like that, great, because this is something I actually love. You know, and I'm not really going to pay attention about how much I'm going to be getting or how many viewers or how many hits I'm going to be. I don't care about none of that nonsense. I really do care about, you know, gaming as a whole and how it's building up to in a level that I could never have fathomed since, I don't know, since 1990s. But I did quote something a long time ago. Believe it or not, this is high school. 9th grade, I said that video games were going to take over the world. And you know what? It's happening. It's happening. Video games, you know, I mean, a lot of the entertainment industry right now are taking notice. Esports has been growing strong. It's getting better, more professional. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, there are a couple of hiccups. I mean, like what EA actually have done. EA messed up. Okay, let's just put it out there. EA messed up with Star Wars Battlefront 2. The loot boxes, the pay to win concept. It just didn't work. It rubbed everybody the wrong way. Then, of course, locking special characters behind loot boxes. That's a big no-no. Bungie is another culprit. I mean, I never really thought that Bungie would actually do something like that. Or maybe it's just maybe it's Activision. I don't know. Maybe, you know, maybe it could be either one. But they really crapped the bed this time. Now everyone has lost faith in Bungie. With Destiny 2, now with the stupid loot boxes, the throttling of the XP experience points, the weapons are behind bright emblems. It's just bad. It's really bad, and even worse, they actually locked the certain content that you were able to play from the base Destiny 2 behind the DLC. That's you know, if that's how, you know, microtransactions and loot boxes are going to be and be devious like that, those are games I am not going to support, and I hope none of you guys are going to be supporting it either. I feel like if you're going to do loot boxes, it should be earned. They should be from effort. You know, if you're a better player, you get better loot boxes. That's the way it should be. DLC should be, you know, scaled, big scale DLC. It should be new. It shouldn't be locked behind a to pay for the rest of the game. It should be something that has been created. So I can understand if a DLC doesn't come out for like 2 years, then it makes more sense to me, because it means that, oh, they were working on it. You know, they were fixing it up, they're making it better, they were doing more. Then I can justify saying, okay, you know what? You know, extra $20, $30, that's no problem, because I'm actually getting, you know, I'm getting another 4 to 8 hours of gameplay out of it. But if you're just doing it just to give you like a mission and you know, maybe a couple of costumes or two, it ain't worth it. It's not worth it to me, and I'm not gonna be spending my hard-earned money for something like that. That's my opinion. What else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah. What is going to happen in the future? We all know that God of War is coming out next year. Some people are rumored to say that it's going to be coming out in March. I think March, right? And that's also the same time that Sea of Thieves is supposed to be coming out for the Xbox platform. And I think it's gonna be I mean, from what I've been playing, it looks absolutely fantastic, amazing, and fun. You know, and of course they did add a couple of things too. But I actually cannot disclose a couple of those things because it's under closed beta still. Then of course there's the question about Crackdown 3. What's gonna happen with Crackdown 3? I haven't heard anything since E3, or better yet, since that reveal they had with the celebrities and stuff like that. I don't know. It seemed like Crackdown 3 was a joke, you know, like a big gag reel. And because I was watching it and it was just so cringeworthy, you know. Major Nelson, of course, was there, and just, I don't know, it just felt so unprofessional. And Crackdown 3 feels blemished because of that. We still don't know what's going to happen with the multiplayer. You know, of course, everyone is talking about the power of the cloud. What's to come of the game? What's to become of the game? I don't know. A couple other things too. State of Decay 2. They should be showing a lot of concept art, but no real new gameplay, nothing really revealed, no documentary stories or anything like that, which kind of worries me because I don't know when that game is coming out or if it's going to be delayed, which I'm hoping not, because right now the only 3 games that are really scheduled to come out is State of Decay 2, Crackdown 3, and Sea of Thieves. Then there's a rumor, of course, there's Forza Horizon 4, and they said that it may be, right, you know, this is actually all speculation and rumor, so don't quote me on this. They said it's supposed to be Tokyo or Japan, which sounds pretty awesome. You know, and it's going to be dealing with drifting, and you trust me, I mean, I mean, it reminds me of Tokyo, what is it called? Tokyo Drift, I think it's called. I forgot what the game was called. It came out for the Dreamcast. Maybe you know exactly what game I'm talking about. Where you actually, you know what? Let me know in the comments below if you know what I'm talking about. There was a game that actually dealt with Tokyo, like, you know, it was Tokyo something. I forgot what it was called. But probably it's gonna be much better. I mean, larger scale and everything. So looking forward to that as well. But once again, it's all only rumor, so I'm hoping that it's true. And then, you know, okay, this is something that's frustrating. I'm pretty sure that's frustrating to all the Xbox fans out there, you know. And I've been thinking about it myself. In Sony and the PlayStation brand is almost, you know, it's on top of the world right now. They have some amazing, great games. You know, they have a huge fan base behind them. It feels like they can do no wrong, but trust me, there are things that are just completely, blatantly obvious that needs to be fixed and changed, such as the crossplay. They need to allow crossplay. They've been called out on that so many damn times. And you PlayStation fans out there should be ashamed of yourself, and I think you should be actually pushing for it, because it does push the industry forward. They already have crossplay with the Nintendo Switch and the Xbox now, and Sony is the only one. Sony is the only one that is sitting there idly by saying, "Oh, we don't need to, you know, be able to play with the other platforms. Our platform is, you know, 70 million strong, and we don't need anything else." You know, but you're sadly mistaken. You are, because a lot of people out there can't afford to buy multiple consoles. You know, not a lot of people are are able to do that. No one can spend about $300 to $400 a clip just to get another console, just to play certain games. So, think about that. Also, the PSN ID, you'll be able to change your names. I heard that they're actually working on that, so it should be coming out soon, most likely next year. So that's good news. So you can be able to change your PSN ID, which is pretty awesome. And of course, it's the Nintendo Switch. Their future looks pretty damn bright. Right now, they've announced that 10 million consoles has been sold since their debut. So not in 9 months, they sold about roughly 10 million consoles. Wow. Nintendo is back, man. You can't deny it. Nintendo is so back, and now all the third parties are like jumping on board now. Bethesda's on board, Capcom is on board. Who else is on board? Everyone is on board. Pretty soon Activision. They're good. They have their path. They actually have their goal, and I feel like they are going to make some huge strides in upcoming years. Who knows? They might hit about 30 to 40,000 by the end of not next year. That's a little too soon. Maybe by 2019. By 2019, most likely they'll be hit about 30 million consoles, and I wouldn't doubt it. This is such an exciting time, man. Everyone should be excited. I'm excited. This is an amazing time to be a gamer. So many amazing games. The indie scene is getting so much better. Now the games are pretty much going up there. It feels like from indie to like almost AA quality games out there. Come on. Cuphead. Look at Cuphead. That's amazing. Cuphead, actually won multiple acclaims and awards. I Had in Time, another great platformer. The list goes on. I can spout out so many different ones that just came out, and people should get off of that AAA kick and at least try out a few. Some of them are as low as $10. Some of them as high as about $20. You should definitely give them a try. And that's all I have to say. But letting you know, I am working on it. I am gonna put the Patreon information below. Please, if you actually want to see a new format, it's kind of like XPlay, which I definitely want to do. I'm going to do it. I want everyone who is a gamer, who actually wants to see something like this happen. You guys are going to be my caveats, my backers, my pals, my friends, and my partners. You guys are going to build and mold this into something great. I have a good feeling about it. I already have the concepts in my head. I'm actually working it out. I'm actually trying to see if I can get myself a good space to be able to actually have it, like a little small studio. It's gonna be good quality. I like to start out small, and I have been, but I feel like my idea and my goal is much bigger, and I need to push forward. So anyway, this is HUD Zero, the old school gamer, and I am definitely out. Please go to my Patreon. All it takes is $1, but you know what? I know a lot of things have been happening with Patreon. Just a little disclaimer. A lot of things have been happening with Patreon, but trust me, if you actually do have the passion like I do, you would get off of that kick and actually start helping to build something that can belong to us. Well, I'm out of here, and I'd buy that for $1.